It is December in Shaday, a village deep inside the Himalayan region of Zanskar. The days are getting colder, the rivers are starting to freeze, and winter is fast approaching. It is time to collect fuel to keep warm during the winter months. It is time to collect a lot of wood and dung. It is time to collect Yak Shing. For a village as remote as Shaday, wood and dung is the only source of fuel available to the villagers. It is used mainly in the kitchens for cooking, and the heat from the stove also keeps the kitchen warm, which is very important, especially during the winter months when the temperatures dip way below freezing. So the villagers constantly collect wood and dung throughout the year and keep a large stockpile of it in their homes.
Shaday khaw banol sheshin thangma karangaran kuji kaya chen lamna chaje malamnan deji ika kha thanenda te thore songa khati konang mithari chaja subai khaw banol.
This collection reaches its peak at the start of winter. Heavy snowfall would restrict the movement of the villages during winter, so they need to stock up on a lot of wood before the snow falls. Although there is abundant wood around Shaday, it is a bit far away and hard to transport to the village. So the villagers take the help of their yaks to collect Yak Shing, which translates into yak wood or the wood collected by the yaks.
Ye yashin de khono da lo sar ngula yashin de ngula ru chano da tongka ru di khon de ru basane gar por yono ru de tong yashin da lo sar ngula ya thama ku di khon de.
The yaks needed for collecting Yak Shing are currently very far away from the village, roaming free in the valleys beyond Shaday. These yaks are left to graze and roam free in the mountains during the summer months. They are brought home once during autumn for the threshing of the barley grains, and then they are again released back into the mountains to graze until the onset of winter. The villagers set off on horses to find the yaks and bring them back. It is an incredible journey, crossing multiple mountain passes in search of these animals. The yaks would be scattered far and wide in different parts of the valley, so the villagers typically spend multiple days searching for the animals. The villagers usually find the yaks in small groups, anywhere from 2 to 10 animals.
क्या है याक है याक
And instead of immediately collecting the yaks, the villagers just count the spotted animals, note down their location, and continue down the valley searching for the remaining animals. The villagers know by experience where the yaks typically go to graze, and they go looking in those places. They carry on searching until every last yak is spotted.
पूरा मिल गया पूरा नहीं मिला
Once all the yaks are spotted, the villagers turn back towards Shaday. This time, they go to the locations where the yaks were previously spotted and bring all the animals down with them towards the village. It is hard work, and the villagers sometimes have to scramble high up the mountain slopes to bring the yaks down to join the rest of the herd. With all the yaks collected, the villagers take them back to Shaday in a spectacular procession across a snow-covered landscape. With all the yaks back at Shaday, the villagers can now start collecting action. It is a community event with different houses working together to collect action.
Heran ka so khamba khanjung ya de de ngamo ni chano kharji holse kurdaru de de sing ta ya la kharji holan ta de kal de khon ya lu fido ja tang lo de.
Each house contributes one yak and one person for the collection. And every day, these people and their yaks go out to collect action for one house in the group.
Rara khamba khanjung thar thar khorang oto ja tang thon ni mang nga yon romba nga yon nga ru yana thuk sum yana sum hi yana jite thama thar thar odu ji odu shanka ya horora shanka ji thon.
The action is collected from a place called Taltak, which is around 5 kilometers from the village.
Bilep chi me ya nyamo ka che un pa san ne ka yon chen le. Tam go go yo ka. King che drama tam go.
The villagers start early every day, just as the sunrise is happening, and go down with their yaks towards Taltak. Once at the location, the villagers first tie down the yaks and let them rest before going off to collect wood. Each day, action is collected for a different house in the group, and the person for whose house action is being collected acts as the host for the day. He stays behind at the campsite and is responsible for providing food and drinks to the people collecting the wood for his house. The wood is stocked in various places around the campsite. Sometimes it is very close to the camp, and at other times it is a bit far away. Maybe on the far bank across a frozen river, or maybe down a steep cliffside to a wooded area beside the river. The villagers bring the stashed wood back to the campsite on their backs. They may have to do a few trips to bring all the stashed wood, and sometimes if the stash is not sufficient, They also collect more wood as required and bring it to the campsite. Once all the wood is brought to the campsite, the villagers take a short break and drink some tea. Then they set off to work, sorting the wood and tying it down into various bundles to be loaded on the yaks. While all this work is going on, the host for the day prepares lunch for everyone. The same food is prepared for all days of action, something simple and easy to make on the spot, the paba. It is a very simple dish, but also one that is very nutritious and very tasty as well. With the lunch done, the villagers prepare to leave by loading the bundles of wood on their yaks. The bundles are tied down tightly to ensure that they do not slip or slide down one side while returning back to the village. In addition to carrying wood on the yaks, the villagers also carry a bundle of wood on their backs. The entire collection of the day, both the wood carried by the yaks and by the villagers, is given to the house for which Yak Shing is being collected that day. Loaded to the brim with logs, the yaks and the villagers return back to Shaday. It is a beautiful procession and a very rare sight that can probably only be seen here in Shaday, the living heritage village of Ladakh. It is hard work for the villagers to carry all this wood back to the village, but then they are hard people, toughened and made resilient by living in this harsh but wonderful land that is Shaday. Eventually, the Yaks reach the village at around 3 to 4 pm. The yaks are taken straight to the home of the host and everyone helps in unloading the wood. The wood is sorted and stored neatly in stacks, ready to be used in the kitchens during the upcoming winter. The host of the day then throws a party in their home during the evening. It is their way of thanking all the members of the action group for helping to collect wood for their home. The villagers set off again the next morning to collect action for a different house in the group. This collection continues for the next few days until action is collected for all the houses in the group. The action collection ends just in the time for the start of Losar, the Ladakhi New Year. The entire village goes into a festive mode during Losar, singing and dancing for the next 5 days.